local newscast brought to you by, or rather streaming to Facebook and YouTube, but brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin insurance agent in Clinton. March is National Nutrition Month, and a Central Illinois nonprofit is highlighting its work to offer seniors nutritious meals. Shelley Tolley with OSF Piecemeal indicates the most recent newsletter they sent to their recipients highlighted the importance of nutrition.
Getting out and socializing, even on these, like right now it's gonna be cloudy, but this afternoon it's gonna be super sunny. Just go outside for 5 minutes and soak in that sun. It's really important. And then like this month they're talking about berries, and so like berries have a lot of oxidants, like the antioxidants. They gave them a strawberry salsa recipe. We give them recipes that go along with the topic. Like this month was microwavable safety, like how to keep your food safe. You can't like think that the microwave is going to kill bacteria the way the stove and the like cooking food, just kind of giving them tips on how to microwave their food properly. But then also another component is they bring in outside guests that speak to them about nutrition and health and stuff like that. And then our HGM coordinators like myself, when we're doing assessments and reassessments, we ask them, do you need referral services? Do you need like housekeeping, grocery shopping?
When seniors receive a piecemeal delivered to their homes, they receive information about the importance of things like hydration. Tolley hopes it helps seniors because nutrition is so important as we age.
What this little newsletter does is it keeps the site supervisors on track, because you can kind of get set in your ways and forget, I'm supposed to be bringing this to their attention. And then the HDM clients, what we do with them,
what is HDM?
So home delivered meals.
Got it.
Home delivered meal clients, on the back of their menu, we put a nutrition flyer on there. So like we'll talk about the importance of hydration. We'll talk about healthy fats. We'll talk about stuff like that. So that way, they're getting information too. And it's something fun to read. Like, the older generation grew up with paper to read, and we've kind of stripped them of that. And so it's kind of nice for them to have something to look at, something, nutritional education.
Piecemeal offers lunches to seniors via home-delivered meals for homebound seniors or congregate meals at sites across Central Illinois. There is a suggested donation of $3.50 for a meal, but Tolley hopes that won't deter seniors from seeking out a meal. Get more information by calling 309-665-5900. A significant project expected to be taken up this summer at Lincoln High School gets its price tag this week. On the WHOW Morning Show Monday, Lincoln High School Superintendent Dwight Strickland told Regional Radio they are going to be adding women's bathrooms to the sports entrance of the school.
Or basically, if you go across the hall from where the girls' restroom is, we're going to wall off the one part of the home ec room. So as you walk into the home ec room, everything to the right, that's where the new girls' restroom is going to be. And we're going to move those two stations that are in home ec over to the middle classroom and open that up a little bit. So they're not going to lose any of their workspace. We're just going to readjust kind of a classroom to accommodate them. But it'll be a brand new spot for the girls' bathroom. So it'll be nice.
The bids for the project get returned Wednesday. Strickland is hoping those will come in at a little less than $500,000.
We have our bid opening this Wednesday, so I'll be curious to see. We're hoping the numbers come in what we're expecting. But with this day and age with construction costs, I keep hearing that costs are starting to come back down a little bit, but we will see on Wednesday. But either way, we probably will still be proceeding with this project because it's something that just has needed to be done for a long time now. So it's going to be nice. We're going to be creating a brand new girls' restroom, get them some more stalls. Because basically when they built these bathrooms back in the day, when they built the gym, they didn't really build them as big as what they should have for the number of people that can be in the gym. So hopefully we're going to correct that now. So that'll be nice. So we'll do the bid opening on Wednesday, and then we have a board meeting on Monday that we'll get the bid approved, and then they will start on those bathrooms as soon as school starts, or as soon as school ends, and they'll be ready before the school year starts in August. I'm hoping to be able to get it done for about $450,000.
The bids, according to Strickland, if the bids come in at a reasonable enough cost, they hope to resurface the existing tennis courts on the campus and add a couple more.
Also we would like to eventually build additional tennis courts here at the high school, because currently we play at the Elks Country Club, and they currently have 5 courts out there, and they need a little bit of repair too. So what we're looking at here is maybe redoing the 3 courts that we have and adding an additional 2, so that way we could just have all tennis matches here. But part of that's going to be kind of dependent on what our costs come in for the bathroom. I'd like to be able to do both, and if costs come in where I think, then we would be able to do both. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed on that. So Wednesday is going to be a big day for us, probably to the following summer. We'll get down to whether it's this summer or next summer. So it's just a matter of not if, it's when.
Once the tennis court project is taken care of, the Lincoln High School Board of Education will sit and reevaluate what is next for its facilities. The district in the last couple of years has made improvements to the building, adding turf to the baseball and softball fields and flipping the home bleachers and press box on the baseball field to the opposite side, among other sports facilities improvements. Strickland would like to see turf added to the football field and turf installed in the outfield of the softball and baseball facilities. Court cases challenging 2 major state laws are now before the Illinois Supreme Court, but Governor J.B. Pritzker remains confident those both will be upheld as constitutional. After a Macon County judge ruled the recent law banning assault weapons is unconstitutional, the Supreme Court agreed to an accelerated schedule for appeal. Oral arguments are set for May, and the governor says he hopes they prevail.
It's a law in 8 other states. Illinois is simply the 9th. And I think the Supreme Court is going to give it a fair hearing. But I can tell you that all the lawyers and people who are involved in crafting the legislation feel confident that it'll come out the right way.
Oral arguments in the lawsuit against the no cash bail portion of the Safety Act are heard today. At a press conference on an unrelated matter, the governor was asked how he thought that would turn out.
I don't expect that they will overturn it. There's no rationale that makes any sense to overturn it. So I'm looking forward to that becoming law.
The, law banning assault weapons is also before the Illinois Supreme Court with oral arguments scheduled for May. Governor Pritzker is signing a law guaranteeing Illinois workers up to 40 hours of paid leave each year. Illinois is now the 3rd state in the nation with such a law, ensuring employees that need to tend to a sick child or go to a dentist appointment or get a car fix can do so without losing money or their job. Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton, who cared for her mother with Alzheimer's disease, says having this paid leave time will help ease the burden when life gets in the way.
That's just when you don't have the space to be fully present and attend to someone's needs, it can feel like you don't have room to take a breath. It's not good for your well-being. It's not good for those you care for, and it's certainly not good for the work that you do.
Senator Kimberly Lightford of Maywood.
That's just simply inhumane. Thanks to this measure, workers have the peace of mind that they can take care of themselves today without worrying about the consequences tomorrow.
The law takes effect next year, and workers will be able to use the time for any reason. This winter has been the 8th warmest on record in Illinois. For weather purposes, winter runs December through February. State climatologist Trent Ford says the average statewide temperature during that time was 33.7 degrees, nearly 4 degrees above normal. It was the 34th wettest winter on record in Illinois, with average statewide precipitation about 3/4 of an inch above normal. The morning show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin insurance agent in Clinton. A look at network sports on the way. Local sports comes your way as well. That and more next.
Hear Clinton Maroon live play-by-play this season on WHOW, the big 1520 daytime, 92.3 FM in DeWitt County, and 106.5 in Bloomington Normal all the time. Plus, streamed at DeWittDailyNews.com on the WHOW mobile app. Plus, hear a best of Clinton sports broadcast Saturday mornings at 10. All brought to you by Love It Once More Thrift Store. Keith Wade, your country financial representative, and our exclusive sponsor for our player of the game, Serve Pro of Hyatt DeWitt Counties, the leader in cleaning, restoration, and construction.
ServPro of Piatt DeWitt counties, the leader in cleaning, restoration, and construction, is proud to again be the exclusive sponsor of the WHOW Clinton Maroon Player of the Game, announced at the end of every Maroon sports broadcast. Our WHOW announcing staff will select that night's WHOW ServPro of Piatt DeWitt County Clinton Maroon Player of the Game, whose play will be highlighted in each WHOW Maroon post-game broadcast, and that player receives a certificate. Find out the many services provided by ServPro of Piatt DeWitt counties by clicking their icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Warner Hospital providing ENT health and otolaryngology services to DeWitt County with Gibson Area Hospital and Dr. Jonathan Glickstein. Your ENT health is important, and Dr. Glickstein is an experienced otolaryngologist specializing in ear, nose, and throat conditions and head and neck surgery, dedicated to excellence in patient care for the best ENT services. Now seeing patients at the Warner Specialty Clinic in Clinton. To book your appointment in Clinton, call 217-784-2808.
Hey, this is Todd Gleason from Illinois Extension here with a time change for our daily market report on WHOW. You can now catch our daily review of the commodity markets at 5:06 on all of WHOW's many platforms. You'll still hear all of our commodity analysts and weather professionals each afternoon, but at a brand new time. And you'll still hear the weekly wrap-up of the commodity markets right here on WHOW when Commodity Week airs Saturdays at 8:30 a.m. Remember the time change for the daily closing market report on WHOW at our new time, 5:06 p.m. weekdays.
With SRN Sports, I'm Jim Bartow. The Memphis Grizzlies aren't saying when star point guard Ja Morant will return. With one game remaining in a 4-game sabbatical, the team said he needed to deal with personal issues. Morant's 5th consecutive game away from the team was a victory over Dallas. ESPN reported Morant has entered a counseling program in Florida. Morant is away from the team after posting a video recently in which the 23-year-old appear to be displaying a gun at a Denver area strip club. Recent gun violence involving college players across the country show the challenge facing athletic departments when it comes to determining how gun laws and regulations should be applied within their programs. The NCAA has no rules or gun policy, calling it a law enforcement issue. That means coaches must follow state law, campus policies, and sometimes tread a careful line in establishing their own rules. This is SRN Sports. A person with knowledge of the deal says quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo has agreed to a 3-year, $67.5 million contract with the Las Vegas Raiders. The person spoke to the AP on condition of anonymity because the deal can't be announced until Wednesday. The person says Garoppolo's contract includes $34 million in guaranteed money. Garoppolo played for the San Francisco 49ers the past 6 seasons. He played for the New England Patriots for 3 years under then offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels, now the Raiders head coach. The NFL's competition committee will consider making roughing the passer penalties and personal foul penalties subject to video review. The 2 potential rule changes were among 9 the league announced Monday in its 2023 playing rules, bylaw, and resolution proposals submitted by the clubs. Joe.
Time now for a look at sports. I'm Seth Lawrence with this report. A young Lincoln Railers baseball team will look to turn some heads this spring. Coach Augie Kassan is very excited about a young group. A small group of seniors this year paves the way for a solid young crop of players to get the chance to make a statement.
We had a very good squad that had some key injuries throughout the year. We had 2 of our middle bats out for it was like 5-6 weeks. Played a good schedule, started off pretty hot. Those 2 guys went down, and then we lost some games in a stretch. We ended the season just a little above 500. Fairly senior heavy last year. I think we had 11 seniors, and this year it kind of rolls over to where we have a small senior class with 4, and then the younger guys are coming up through. So it's going to be pretty exciting this year. We got a good group of guys. We got a bunch of baseball players that have, play summer ball. They play a lot of baseball during the season. So it's going to be a good year. varsity experience with this group. We bring back, I would say, 4 guys from last year and 1 pitcher. So there's going to be, you know, some growing pains, but I think these guys have played enough baseball to where they're going to step in and step up.
According to Coach Kassan, a big group of juniors will have to step up this season, and he indicates it's a very versatile group.
Yeah, so we got, from the pitcher standpoint, we got Wyatt Momman. Like I said, he's a junior, high velo guy with, you know, good slider, plus slider. We have a senior catcher, Jaden Ledley. He caught all year last year for me. He is an extremely solid catcher. And, you know, I'm a firm believer you're only as good as your catcher. So he does a great job behind the plate working with our pitchers. We have a shortstop, Trey Schilling, who was out a little last year with a finger injury. He'll be a middle of the lineup bat. He can swing it. We also have Colby Glenn, center fielder, junior. He can swing it, top of the lineup bat, good wheels. Michael Lucas, Jr., second baseman, kind of can play anywhere, pitches as well. And then we have 2 big left-handed first basemen, Jared Evers, Jr. and Brendan Worth, Jr., and both of them can throw it as well. So, and then we'll have some sophomores in the mix in the outfield, you know, be some guys rolling in the infield as well. You know, so it's just going to be finding that, you know, perfect fit that where everything rolls.
Coach Kassan is excited about this team's defense. He likes the outfield speed that they have, and if his team can throw strikes, he likes their chances on a day-in, day-out basis.
The strength would have to be our defense. I mean, we got guys that can go get it in the outfield. We got infielders that are slick, and we just if we consistently make the plays and don't walk a lot of guys, I think we'll compete in almost every game. I think mostly it's just getting these younger guys reps, getting them in live situations at the varsity level. Like I said, the guys we're returning really, I mean, you could say 4 were returning, but a couple of those only started towards the end of the year last year, so they might only have 5 or 6 varsity games under their belt.
Coach Kassan feels his lineup will be as deep as it's been. He's been impressed early with the way his players are swinging the bats, and also hopes his pitchers' early tendency to keep the ball in the strike zone will bode well for this season.
We got a lot of strike throwers. We need to keep our pitch counts down this year just because, you know, we want to be able to bring guys back after the allotted time from the IHSA with the pitch count rules. So if we can keep our pitch counts down so we're not burning through pitchers in 4 or 5 innings, I think things are going to go very well. We do play a lot of Saturday doubleheaders. So that means, you know, there's some weeks I think we have 6 games during the week. And I don't think it matters how many pitchers you got with those 6 games. It's going to be tough no matter what. But that's baseball now. So we just got to play the pitch counts. We got to be a little selective of when we throw guys and how we throw guys. And we might have to butt 2 or 3 guys up against each other in a game for 30 to 45 pitches and then roll them back out in 3 or 4 days. The lineup depth I think, is the best it's been in quite a while. We got some guys that can swing it. There's not going to be a lot of holes through our lineup, you know, and what's super positive is 90% of these guys are returning. So it's going to be exciting. They've been working on their swings. They've been hitting a lot of balls. So I think it's going to be a better year up at the plate for us.
Lincoln High School added turf to its baseball and softball complex and gets to take advantage of that for the first time this spring. Coach Kassan praises this group's desire to be outside, even if conditions are not ideal. He notes it takes a really bad weather day to keep his players inside. Get sports anytime at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Ace now offers free assembly and free delivery, so it's never been easier to get a great grill for your family, like a Weber gas grill, a Traeger wood pellet grill, or a Big Green Egg charcoal grill. Only at your neighborhood Ace. Around the block. What you need in stock. With people who know their grills.
This is Brad from Gibson Ace Hardware in Clinton, Illinois. Stop in to see us, the helpful place at 114 North Madison Street, Clinton.
See participating store for details.
Hi there. I'm here to tell you a little about this new program called Safe to Help Illinois. Maybe you know somebody who's being bullied, or worse, thinking about hurting themselves or others. If you don't feel safe telling an adult about the things that are happening around you, check out Safe to Help.
Safe to Help is not about snitching or getting someone in trouble. It's about helping one another out.
You can call, you can text.
You can download the free mobile app, and it's all over social media.
So what do you say? Let's give it a try.
Brought to you by IEMA.
This is Officer Jones calling for backup.
10-4. Location?
Craver back 40. Looks like we've got Palmer amaranth, kochia, some common water hemp.
Resistant weeds. Copy that. You'll need a good tank mix partner. I'm sending Tough 5EC.
Come out with your hands up!
Guys, we're surrounded.
Crack down on repeat offenders. Add Tough 5EC to your post-emergence tank mix. Learn more at toughnweeds.com. Always read and follow label directions. Tough is a registered trademark of Belgian Crop Protection.
DeWitt County's #1 source for local news is on the air and online 24 hours a day. The latest local news stories are heard every hour on Central Illinois' news station, the Big 1520 AM and 92.3 FM WHOW. Stream live at DeWittDailyNews.com. They're also heard every hour on the station that's your easy choice, 95.9 FM WEZC. And to read the latest local news on your electronic device, including tablets, iPhones, and smartphones, go to DeWittDailyNews.com. DeWitt County's #1 source for local news is on the air, online, 24 hours a day.
With SRN News, I'm Jeremy House in Washington. Consumer price increases eased slightly from January to February, but still pointed to an elevated inflation rate. The government says prices increased 0.4% last month, just below January's 0.5% increase. Yet so-called core prices rose 0.5% in February, slightly above January's 0.4% gain. The start of a winter storm with heavy wet snow led to hundreds of school closings, canceled flights, and thousands of power outages in parts of the Northeast. President Biden is expected to sign an executive order aiming to increase the number of background checks to buy guns. The order also seeks to promote more secure firearms storage and ensure U.S. law enforcement agencies get the most from last summer's bipartisan gun control law. On Wall Street, Dow futures were up 328 points. More details at srnnews.com.
From the newsroom of Regional Radio and DeWittDailyNews.com, I'm Seth Lawrence with this local news update. March is National Nutrition Month, and a Central Illinois nonprofit is highlighting its work to offer seniors nutritious meals. Shelley Tolliday with OSF Piecemeal indicates in the most recent newsletter they send to their recipients, they were highlighting the importance of nutrition.
Getting out and socializing, even on these, like right now it's going to be cloudy, but this afternoon it's going to be super sunny. Just go outside for 5 minutes and soak in that sun. It's really important. And then like this month they're talking about berries. And so like berries have a lot of oxidants, like the antioxidants. They gave them a strawberry salsa recipe. We give them recipes that go along with the topic. Like this month was microwavable safety, like how to keep your food safe. You can't like think that the microwave is going to kill bacteria the way the stove and the like cooking food, just kind of giving them tips on how to microwave their food properly. But then also another component is they bring in outside guests that speak to them about nutrition and health and stuff like that. And then our HGM coordinators like myself, when we're doing assessments and reassessments, we ask them, do you need referral services? Do you need like housekeeping, grocery shopping?
When seniors receive a piecemeal delivered to their homes, they also receive information about the importance of things like hydration. Tolly hopes it helps seniors because nutrition gets more important as we age.
What this little newsletter does is it keeps the site supervisors on track, because you can kind of get set in your ways and forget, oh, I'm supposed to be at,